We're headed to a cooking school right now. What are we gonna learn to make?
Some traditional Guatemalan food.
And unlimited wine, so Lexi's excited about that. Right?
Oh yeah. Headed to San Marcos.
What are we gonna do in San Marcos?
We're gonna go swim.
What happened last night? What happened last night?
We experienced our first earthquake. It was pretty terrifying.
Where were you sleeping at the time?
On the floor of the bathroom.
It was a 6.6 magnitude earthquake last night at 2 a.m. I thought it was really strong wind.
Cardamom.
Cardamom. Very healthy.
You should go see if it's still raining.
I've aged -3 years. What? I think we should go.
Alright.
The park is closed. No nature walk today. I guess I can always splice in footage of the last time we were here. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So I think there are legitimate reasons why people don't travel. I can't stand it when I hear like backpackers say, oh man, you have to travel, you have to go see the world. Oh, I couldn't stand staying in this place. It opens up your mind and enlightens you in ways you can't even imagine. It's like, dude, I have 2 kids and a mortgage and I just got married. I'm not gonna just go party with you for 2 months in Southeast Asia. There are really some facts that I wish everybody would get straight. There exists 2 groups of people that I think are often overlooked. Number 1, people that just don't like traveling, or don't like it in the way that you like it. Being away from their house and their friends and their family kind of stresses them out. Flying by the seat of their pants and going through Thailand just sounds like a nightmare to them. They'd rather just spend a week at a resort. You aren't any better than them. You aren't a more moral person or an open-minded person. You just like different things. The second group of people are people that want to travel but are faced with very real obstacles and have obligations that they can't just leave. Like maybe financially they just can't make it at the moment. Maybe they have student loans or are living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe they have kids on the way and they don't feel like raising them in another country. Maybe they have a job that they really like and they would definitely get fired if they went traveling. I think it's really important to note that those 2 groups of people exist. They're all too often overlooked by enlightened backpackers. But let's say you really want to travel, but you aren't right now. It's really important to make sure you're not in the 3rd group. And that's a group that has it within their ability to travel, but they're paralyzed by fear or obstacles that aren't really there. For many people, you might think you're in the 2nd, but you're actually in the 3rd. To better understand this, let's talk a little bit about fear setting. Now, fear setting is a technique talked about by author Tim Ferriss in his recent TED Talk. There's a link to his stuff right here. Using a slight variation of this exercise can be really useful for figuring out if your obstacles and fears are actually founded. So get out a notebook. On the first page, you're going to define your obstacles. On mine, I have an example written, and now it's really important that you be very, very specific with all these. I wasn't so specific when I did it, but mine's just an example. So my 2 obstacles written, I have a steady programming job, and I don't have the money. Now on the next page, you're gonna list ways to remove or get over each obstacle. For my 2 obstacles, for my job, I said I'm going to talk to my boss about trying remote work, and for having no money, I listed I can travel to cheap places, I can save this summer, take a loan out from my uncle, sell my bitcoins. On the next page, you're going to write how to repair and get back to where you were should your fears be realized. The fear associated with my job is obviously loss of job. So for number 1, I wrote, I know I can get another job at X firm. For running out of money, I have fly home early or work overseas teaching English. Now on the next page, list out in detail what are the possible benefits of taking a trip like this. Because a lot of times we're so focused on our fears and the bad things that can happen that we overlook all of the good that can come from it. Now on the final page, this is for people that say, we're not going to travel this year, we'll do it next year. It's not going to work out this summer, let's just move it to next summer. On this page, you're going to write down realistically where you'll be in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years from now. Financially, family-wise, kids, marriage, etc. Physically, and work-wise, like where you'll be in your job, maybe you'll be promoted, maybe you'll be working on a different project. I have spots for 1 year, 5 year, and 10 years. Write down really detailed, realistically, be honest with yourself, where you'll be. Through that exercise, maybe you'll realize it's not going to get any easier to go after your dream of traveling. So yeah, that's kind of like fear setting for travel, I guess. The choice to just take off and go on long-term travel, if that's what you really want to do, it's probably not going to get any easier. Like I said before, be sure to check out Tim Ferriss's stuff. And the fear setting that he talks about can be used more specifically towards individual fears. And I think that's really helpful too, once you realize exactly what your fears are and you can separate your fears from your actual obstacles.